Hamilton.
Shout out to Ge Holla, reaching 1 million listeners on his podcast, My Celebrity Life.
What's up, Ge Holla? This your boy Genuine. Shout out to you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Man, we always find some of the coolest, some of the smoothest individuals that there is, hailing from the background, deeply rooted in hip hop, pop, R&B. This brother built a reputation by blending catchy hooks and soulful melodies, a thought with thought-provoking lyrics. Ladies and gentlemen, enough of me. You know what I'm saying? Dropping a few accolades on you. Please welcome to the show, TN the Entertainer.
What's up? So I'm gonna give you 100. How it all started was as a youngster. Mom and dad forced me to go to church and sing. So that's how it really all started. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciated that, you know what I'm saying, as I got older and moving around, seeing how music is a big influence, and it was already in my DNA. So I took it and got creative and ran with it, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm here. Time I wrote, man, that's a big one. Cause the reason why I say it is because, believe it or not, man, I just recently started actually writing stuff down or even putting it in my phone. Yep. When I write, I always write in my head and force myself to remember. You know what I'm saying? So if that make any sense, that was like a long time ago. Like prime example, like if I'm in a studio and I'm tracking, I create a track and I have a melody in my head, and then boom, I write it. You know what I'm saying? I write it in my head rather, and then I go to the booth and record the hook, and then I kind of play with it, let it marinate, maybe for a day or two, have the lyrics in my head, knowing how I'm gonna put it down, and that's how I did it for years, man, years. The only time when I first started writing actually on my pad or on a sheet of paper, whatever, was when I started traveling. Of course, you got downtime on the plane, or if you're riding, you know what I'm saying, you got downtime. So that's when I started actually putting in my notepad, and that was just about 3 years ago, really, to be honest. Yep. Other than that, it's been first song I created. It was years ago. Man, it was a song called "We Country." We Country. Man, that song was so long ago. But it being a song that I created, wrote it, and again was tracking. Recorded it in my little home studio at the time, and started just servicing the people, and it kind of like grew wings or whatever, and ran with it. But of course, since then, I didn't kind of, graduated to a whole different platform. But yeah, that was a long time ago, long time ago. But I remember it, you know what I'm saying? I remember it being my first song that I actually wrote and recorded. It's called "We Country." We Country. Yep. Yeah.
Hey, and guess what? We got T in the Entertainer. You done swung right around back in front again. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it. My good brother, I see that you know what I'm saying, you're a true Renaissance man, man. You also a proud father. Tell me about fatherhood. How did fatherhood impact your life and your music?
man. True story. So basically, and no cap, true story. I think in uh maybe the early 2000s, I was gigging in the St. Louis market, and had my first child so I wouldn't miss the birth of my baby girl. So I was gigging, making money, booked and all that. But when I had my baby girl, man, I just felt like I couldn't leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? So I tell a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? I did a couple of interviews, and I tell them that, where I'm at now is by choice. And what I mean by that is my career took off a long time ago, but I hit the brakes and I stopped because I feel like my baby girl was priority. You know, a lot of brothers can't say that. They got their own reasons, but man, my daughter was my first number one priority. So I had to raise baby girl. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, baby girl age now, you know, she can do her own thing. So, you know, I said, okay, if I still got it, if it's for me, God, if it's God, if it's for me, then you know it is. So that's I'm here. I'm here. Fed up is you know, a lot of stuff that I write is, you know, relationship wise, coming from my relationships and kind of seeing that what I'm going through is kind of similar to a lot of other people. And fed up is basically about, um uh young ladies who having it hard in life and maybe having a knucklehead Negro, and they don't know how to get away from them, and they just hurting in the inside and not knowing that, you know, it's people around her that can relate and see her pain, and you know what I'm saying, and can assist, you know, just keep your head up, you know, it's gonna get better. It can get better. You know what I'm saying? You can't exit your situation. I know you get fed up, you know what I'm saying? We get fed up, you know, but just keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. A lot of ladies relate to it. A lot of ladies love that song too, believe it or not. But being that I'm in the Memphis market, man, I couldn't get no support from that song, man, because they want to trap out here in Memphis, man. So I started getting a lot of feedback from the Calis, the New Yorks, and even in the UK with that song. But I'm here in Memphis, man, and they, man, you know, I know you hear what's going on, Memphis, man. They ain't trying to hear none of it if it ain't, you know, the Sexy Reds and the Glorillas and the, you know what I'm talking about? So, yeah. But I'm gonna keep making music. I'm gonna keep doing me. You know what I'm saying? I got a broader audience now. You know what I'm saying? I got folks in the UK, Germany, all around, man. You know, the Caribbean islands, they really kind of support me. So, hey, look, yeah. I'm just from Memphis. I ain't just in Memphis, you know.
Hey, that's right. And then there's a Memphis, Tennessee, and then there's a Memphis in Africa. You know what I'm saying? So you can't take over one Memphis. We got
Right.
another one for you. Come on.
You right. You right. You right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who used to be? Now, you know what? They mess with used to be here. And I'm gonna tell you why they mess with used to be here, because the element of used to be is talking about smoking and stripper. So they can relate to it. And used to be again, just having a bad female, you know what I'm saying, when I was a youngster and was in love with her. And now, man, she badder, but I'm just like a little, I ain't nothing to her. I'm out of her league or whatever. So, you know, she used to be my girlfriend, you know, and, you know, she used to be. I'm a nobody to her. So that's pretty much used to be, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Then, man, talk to me about Float On, my brother. Get the people a breakdown. What Float On talking about?
Hey, Memphis all day. Sometimes I wish that I could fly away. I think I just get hot today and float and float and float and float on. Yeah, man. Look, that's Memphis. That's Memphis. That's Memphis. I had to put that down for the hometown, for the home team, man. Float on is, you know, man, I come from the hood. I come from North Memphis to be exact. And you know, they still doing the same thing. And I can relate to what's going on in the city. And I can relate to some of the people here, some of the youngsters that, you know, they get tired of the nonsense and they just be wanting to get away, you know. And you know, I had to put that in lyric form, you know what I'm saying? Because I see it. I see it every day. You know, we here, we dealing with this. And sometimes the only way to get away is to, you know, elevate, you know, and float on. Yes, sir. People want to just enjoy life, man, have a good time. They don't want, you know, it's just, you know, it's a lot going on. Everybody ain't with the nonsense, right? Some folks like just enjoying life, you know, and yeah. So, but yeah, that's Float On. That's, believe it or not, man. Every time I perform this song, and even on all my social medias, I'm always getting folks reaching out to me like, man, look, I appreciate you putting that song out because it's really real. It's not just a song just to be, it's you talking to me, you preaching to me, you saying something. So, I appreciate that feedback that I be getting from it. Yeah. Look, I be getting messages on my Instagram, man. People in other little countries. It just kind of blew my mind when I seen them like taking a sound and just vibing to it. You know what I'm saying? Vibing to it. So yeah. That junk moving. It's moving. I wanted to go all the way up though. All the way up. I want all the way up. I want that to be like a worldwide anthem. You know what I'm saying? Worldwide anthem. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's what I want for Float On. So yeah.
Hey, let's do some Michael Jackson numbers. You know what I'm talking about?
Man,
Let's do some
what
Thriller
you
numbers.
said? Yes, sir. What you said? Yep.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's all right. That's all right. Now I heard you was traveling last week, man. Can you tell us about your visits overseas? Where you was at? What you was doing? What you had going on?
So like I said, I'm still working the Float On record. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a record that kind of hit home and hit the heart. But I tell a lot of people that I don't like to be boxed in. I don't like to be put in a box. And what I mean by that is I'm dropping other music. And one of the songs that I got right now is called Bad Girls, which is doing real good on the chart. I think I'm up in the top 40s on the media base and Billboard Urban R&B charts. So with with that song, which is an Afrobeat song, I just feel like I need to kind of, move around, you know what I'm saying, get out the city, get out the country, and kind of, politic, connect with other cultures and stuff. And at the same time, see if I can service the song, which is exactly what I did. I was in St. Lucia's, you know what I'm saying? And they have the carnival over there every year. And I end up connecting with one of the production managers over there with the carnival, and I gave him the song, and immediately, man, he embraced the song and started trying, actually started kind of connecting me with a lot of other little situations over there. And I just felt like, okay, yeah, I did the right thing by not just staying in the box, staying in the city, and thinking that, song just gonna do what it do here in the city. So uh that same approach, man, I do the same approach in the Caribbeans. Uh Kind of service it in Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? Plus I like to travel too, man. I like to travel. So Jamaica, uh Dominican Republic, So yeah, man, I love the Caribbean culture. And being that I'm dropping Caribbean based music, man, I'm gonna move around in the Caribbeans all over. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
You
man,
gonna go to the festival without me? You know what I'm saying? Just left my brother at home. You know?
oh, man, it's a beautiful thing, bro. Beautiful thing. I got spoiled over there. Didn't want to come home. Look, I'm looking for all the rest of the carnival festival that I can, be a part of in the situation, because it's a beautiful thing, man. Like I said, I come from North Memphis, man, and just to be able to, you know, be able to survive North Memphis and be able to travel and get about and see the world, you know what I'm saying? I thank God for that, man. You know, I, you know, I
And,
think
and, and, and speak of you saying thanking God, man, that lets us know that you are the true warrior, true soldier, true light carrier, true person of essence that God has chosen to elect it to give out this mission. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes, my opinion, people think all prophets do is sit in the church and speak, but sometimes there are prophets like you that are the moving embodiment of God, because God is music too. You see what I'm saying? You bringing the light in the world through your words and your lyrics and your dancing and your videos and your imagery. You giving somebody else hope that's from North Memphis, that's from Atlanta, that's from Compton, to be like, yo, if he could do it, I can do it. You definitely delighted the world, my brother.
facts, bro. Fact, real talk. I appreciate that. Fact. You exactly right, bro. So actually, I'm in the process of putting together my own tour. You know what I'm saying? That way I kind of have most control of it. Some of them, well, most of it gonna be here in the States, but man, being that I didn't kind of touch the surface in some of these Caribbean markets, I didn't already reach back out to them, and I'm going back, bro. So I will be posting it on my social media, and on my social medias, you can always find me at TN the Entertainer, one word. TN the letter D, A is an Apple, Entertainer, one word. Of course, on all DSPs, digital platforms, you can find all my music. What's current, what's out right now. So yeah. You know, I love to connect with, my fans and let them see, what I'm doing as well as what I'm dropping in the studio. So yeah.
No, you're right. Well, is there a meaning behind your name, TN? Can you break that down for us?
Yeah. My last name is, I can say it, yeah. My last name is Townsend, and I'm a Townsend Negro or Townsend native. So TN, Townsend, back in the day, when I was in summer camp, bad little Negro, that little Townsend nigga, get that little Townsend. So I took it and ran with it. TN. When I started doing music and being able to entertain folks, I just threw the entertainer behind, so it was TN, the Entertainer. Yeah.
Hey, that's too cool, too smooth, and that's a legendary name. Robin Townsend. If you're old enough to know, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was the Living Color before Living Color. That was the
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle before the Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? That's a strong bloodline.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. But yeah. Yep. Just I want to let everybody who know me and feel like that I kind of disappeared. I'm here. I'm back. You already know what I do. I'm doing it. Make sure y'all tap in. You know what I'm saying? Turn me up. You know what I'm saying? Share me. Share the music. Share the moment. Share the history. And the Entertainer. Yes, sir. I would have to say grandpops, granddaddy, Leotis Townsend, my grandmother, Maddie Townsend, and man, of course MJ, Prince. Man, I still rock with, believe it or not, man, Missy Elliott, because she was a creative. I love like the Post Malones and what my guy got the sticky dang, what's my guy name? Sticky. Man, that's 7.
That's okay. We're gonna let you throw in one more. Who the one more that you want? Who you want? Who you need? Living the dead.
Living the dead. Dead. Man, it's hard, man, because I don't really want to leave nobody out, man.
That's all right, my good brother. Whoever you want for the 8th one, keep in mind that when we study the 8 number, the symbol, we notice that's the DNA sequence that's within man and woman, especially the original man, original woman. Also, when you take that 8 and you turn it sideways, it turns into infinity.
Right.
That's why the brothers of the Nation of Islam, FOI, they wear the bow ties across the throat chakra. So may your voice be forever heard throughout all the halls and the walls on the earth forever and ever. And may your DNA keep resurrecting and coming back again and again to show us what greatness is supposed to be, to show us what the light of the world is, what the salt of the earth is. So therefore, we got flavor, we got seasoning, we alive, and we got something to live for. Thanks to great brothers like TN the Entertainer, my good man. You know what I'm saying?
It's your boy TN the Entertainer, and I'm on my Celebrity Holla with my guy Ge Holla. Holla.
Bing. Appreciate it, bro. Keep doing your thing, man.
All right.
TN, holla.